What's up, beautiful people? I got a little bit of time before stream again today. Not a lot of time, so we've got to get this one done in under 10 minutes, but they usually are. So let's see what we have today. Stop labeling. In daily life's hustle and bustle, we often make snap judgments about people, situations, and events. Judgments. That's a big part of Stoicism. These positive or negative judgments can cloud our perception and prevent us from seeing things as they truly are. The Stoics recognize. Wait, let me just make sure my mic's coming through. Yes, it is. The Stoics recognized the pitfalls of such judgments and advocated for a practice known as non judgmental perception. I haven't heard that it explained as that label, as that term, but yes. The essence of this practice is to refrain from labeling or evaluating what we encounter. Instead of immediately categorizing events or people into rigid boxes of good or bad, right or wrong, we should strive to see them without the tint of our personal biases. Doing so can give us a clearer, more objective view of the world around us. For instance, consider a situation where someone cuts you off in traffic. The immediate reaction might be anger or annoyance, labeling the other driver as rude or inconsiderate. However, by practicing non judgmental perception, you would refrain from such labeling. Instead, you'd acknowledge the event without attaching any emotional or judgmental weight. The other driver's actions are just that, actions. They aren't inherently good or bad, they simply are. Here are some ways you can incorporate this practice into your daily life. 24-hour challenge. Dedicate a full day where you consciously avoid making any judgments. Wow. This means not praising, criticizing, or evaluating anyone, including yourself. It's a challenging task, but you'll likely notice how often you make unnecessary judgments by the end of the day. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Mindful observation. Spend some time simply observing your surroundings without trying to categorize or evaluate what you see. Whether in a park, home, or busy market, just observe without judgment. This exercise can help you become more present and less reactive. Reflect on your judgments. At the end of the day, take a few minutes to reflect on the judgments you made. Were they necessary? Were they based on facts or assumptions? This reflection can help you become more aware of your judgmental tendencies and work on reducing them. Question your immediate reactions. When you find yourself making a snap judgment, pause and ask yourself why you feel that way. Is it based on evidence or is it an automatic reaction? By questioning your judgment, you can start to break the habit of making them without thought. That's kind of like what we talked about in yesterday's one. Training, or I guess training yourself or learning over time to challenge your automatic reactions in the ideal of like improving the way that your life goes. Practice empathy. Before making a judgment about someone, try to put yourself in their shoes. Understand their perspective and circumstances. This can help you see things from a different angle and reduce the likelihood of making unfounded judgments. And then the closing paragraph is, remember, the goal isn't to eliminate all judgments. That's nearly impossible. Instead, the aim is to become more aware of them and to ensure they're based on facts rather than assumptions or biases. By cultivating a non-judgmental perception, you can lead a more balanced, peaceful, and insightful life. Yeah, what do they call them? Non-judgmental perception. Yeah, I've heard it. The main like author that I read and pay the most attention to, he's passed away, but his work was really good and very influential to me. They call it value judgments, and it's what we apply to things. So yeah, I mean, like they said, you could be like, let's say, Global Hodgie went to prison. Not in the past. I'm saying if he goes to prison, and then you would say, well, a lot of people would put a value judgment that is a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like Global Hodgie, I don't know, he's going to prison. You change what you're placing good and bad on, as things happen. I'm not sure if there's anything else I want to add to that, but yeah, look at your value judgments you place on things, and it's on everything. I mean, Stoics look at how we judge, all things, what we place value on as well, what you put value onto in your life. Does it really have value? Anyway, all fun stuff to think about. And let me know if you have any questions or if you think differently about it. Anyone wants to start a conversation, feel free to. We'll always be happy to have a chat. I'll see you next time.